Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 5th day of November. Here we go. Today's halacha is about all those unusual brachos that you make when seeing unusual things. You may not know this, but if you see a very, very wise person, you're supposed to say a special bracha for that. If you see a very wise non-Jew, special bracha for that. If you see a very beautiful person, there's a special bracha for that. If you see a very unusual looking person, there's a bracha for that. I don't have to tell them all to you. Any good sitter has them listed in the sitter. There's one for seeing the great oceans. There's one for seeing things like Niagara Falls, etc. But here's why I'm telling you all this today, because there's so many brachas for so many different kinds of things. They all basically have one common theme. We're praising God for having created that amazing sight, that unusual person, or that incredibly powerful person, etc. But the thing is, and the point that I want to make to you today, is that the rabbis hotly debate whether you're supposed to say these brachos with God's name in them. If you say them with God's name in them and they really didn't apply because that person's not, it doesn't quite fit the qualifications of what that bracha was for, then you said God's name in vain. And we always like to be very careful about not just saying God's name when it's not necessary. So your basic rule for today is, if you know one of these situations are coming, like you know you're going to go to Niagara Falls, it's an amazing sight, maybe you're supposed to say the bracha of Osa Masa Bereshis. Blessed is God who creates the doings of the beginning. Like, I'm seeing things that look as powerful as the creating of the world. Niagara Falls is an amazing sight. But speak to your rabbi, not me. Have a rabbi that you ask all your questions to. Follow one set of guidelines for your life and ask your rabbi, I'm about to see Niagara Falls, or I'm about to see President Obama up close, or I'm about to see Hawkins, that incredibly brilliant man. Will I make the bracha? What bracha will I make? Will I say it with God's name? Check with your rabbi. There are so many opinions on this matter, and you should have one set guideline on them all, instead of just saying, yeah, I saw it in the Art Scroll Sitter. I'm just saying it. You have to know. You have to know whether your situation qualifies for that bracha. Check with your rabbi, because there are so many of these brachas. They might even apply when you go to the zoo, because you're going to see unusual animals that you never get to see. Will you make the bracha for that? Will you use God's name in the bracha? Ask your rabbi. That's the bottom line on today's law. And have one set of guidelines from one rabbi who guides you on all matters of your life, including this one, instead of just snatching your laws from here and there. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.